Hello, everybody, and welcome to our lesson on integers. What are integers? Integers are negative numbers, positive numbers, and zero. And integers do not include fractions. Example, integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and 0. What are integers not? It does not include fractions, so it will not be the pieces in between the whole numbers. So it will not be this little piece here or this or that. There's no numbers in between that can qualify as a integer. It has to be only the whole numbers, okay? And it's negatives and 0. Okay. If there is no sign in front of a number, for example, the number 10, there's no sign, there's no plus or minus in between, then this is just a positive number, a normal number that we've been doing maths with for a very long time. So this is a positive number. And if there is a sign in between, in the front, and that's a negative sign in the front, then it is a negative number. So positive numbers does not need a plus in the front, but negative numbers need a minus in the front, you see? So negative numbers will have a negative sign in front of the number, and the negative is always in the front of the number, not in the back, okay? So negative signs have negative sign in front of the number means that the number is negative. Negatives are usually written in a bracket. For example, -10 may be written as that. So you could have it as written as -10 without a bracket or with a bracket. Usually you'll find it in a bracket, so don't stress if you find brackets there. Negative numbers can be seen as something that is owing. For example, if I owe you 10 Rand, this is how I would write it, or this is how I would write it. If I have 10 Rand, that's how I would write it. If, for example, I have 10 plus -2 is equal to, if I have 10 Rand, that would be the positive 10, and I spent 2 Rand, which is the -2, my balance is 8 Rand. So if I have 10 Rand, I spend 2 Rand, I still have 8 Rand. -10 plus 2. This means -10 means I owe. So negative means I owe. -10 means I owe 10 Rand. Plus 2 Rand means I paid you 2 Rand, right? So I owe you 10 Rand, then I paid you 2 Rand. I still owe you another 8 Rand. So my balance here would be a positive balance. It would be a negative balance of 8 Rand. Okay, so here my balance is positive 8 Rand. Here my balance is -8. Okay, so why did I have a positive here? Because the balance here was what I had in my pocket. If I have 10 Rand and I spent 2 Rand, so only 2 Rand came out of this 10 Rand, isn't it? I still have 8 Rand. Because I have the 8 Rand, it's positive. I owe you 10 Rand. I pay you 2 Rand. I still owe you more money, isn't it? And because I owe you that 8 Rand, it is -8. So owing means negative, having means positive. Okay. In this case, in the last one, it says -10 plus -2. This can be written as I owe you 10 Rand. Then I borrowed another 2 Rand from you. Altogether, I owe you 12 Rand. And because I owe that, it's going to be negative. So in the next video, we will look at rules that we could apply to addition and subtraction, and then we will move on to multiplication and division of integers.